All right, it's Bill here. Here's my thoughts on a 6-3 loss to the Detroit Red Wings. Embarrassing would probably be the word that comes to mind the most, but before I get into that, I had a great day going into today. I was excited to watch this hockey game. I thought I was going to really enjoy it. Yeah, okay, the first game was flag football. By the way, the Leafs played flag football again one more time today with no effort. We'll get into it in just a sec, but man, it's an embarrassing team so far. Oh, but Bill, don't worry about it. It's just the first couple games. Yeah, okay, yeah. A couple of the players, I've seen them for 164 games, and things need to change. So let's get, why was my day so good at the beginning? Well, first of all, I started off with golf. Nice day, Saturday, a little bit of rain, kept people off the course. I got to play with a bunch of great guys, and I shot a 74 on a par 70. At one point, I was under par. And of course, then I choked it from there. That's what I do. But I heard one of my buddies said it, and I said I was going to say it on the video. Me and another guy hit the green, and he goes, "Who are we playing with?" Dave Barr. I nearly fell over. Dave Barr. You got to be old to know this. But Dave Barr was, at one point, Canada didn't have many good golfers. And Dave Barr was the only Canadian professional on the PGA Tour. And his average shot was very similar to mine today, +4. So the Dave Barr, look at it, I'm belly laughing at that point. My day's going to be good. My parents came over for a visit. Fantastic. I watched darts with my daughter, and her favorite player won. Perfect. And then I sat down and watched the Leaf game, and they're up 2-0 after the first. This is turning into a nice Saturday. But let's be honest, that first period was terrible by the Leafs, and they shouldn't have been up by 2. But let's get into that. First goal scored by Kelly Yarncalc, and that was a brutal goal. That's the kind of goal you want to go punch that guy in the face. Because Nick Waugh scored the goal. What did he think? The puck is going in the net, but Yarncalc made sure to get the stick on it. Now he's got 2 goals on the year. What is he on pace for? 82? That's a bad move, Yarncalc. Brutal. Anyways, took a goal away from Waugh. I don't know who got the assist with the Tana, but there would have been another person who got an assist there. Yeah, Yarncalc, like Bud, like that doesn't make you a fan. If I were Nick Waugh, I'd go, "Hey, Bud, it was going in, eh? Like, what'd you have to do? Give it the last tap?" And then Nick Waugh scored. So we got Nick Waugh? You got 2 goals. Basically, Nick Waugh scored both of them. Now, Nick Waugh finished the night -1. 2 goals, +2 at that point. Where'd the game go from there, bud? It's down the drain. He was awful. Now, it didn't help that Lorentz got hurt in the first period. So Lorentz took a high hit from Ben Sherratt. Didn't Ben Sherratt retire already? Like, Detroit would... Okay, anyways, Ben Sherratt with a little bit of a high hit. Who knows what it is, but we lost Steve Lorentz. That hurt. But it'll prove my point in just a second about another thing. So the second goal was scored by Nicholas Waugh, assisted by Morgan Rielly. We'll get into him in just a second. And William Nylander. Well, what is William Nylander doing on that line? Well, Steve Lorentz was off. Throughout this game, the second line of the Leafs was a goddamn disgrace. Led by Johnny Day! What a pathetic... Why did we sign this guy? I don't usually do this. I'm trying to pick the player. I got a lot of players I can pick tonight. Your Johnny Day report! 0, 0, 0. -2. How do you get 1 shot on that? And 0, 0, 0 everything in 20 minutes of ice time. In 20 minutes of ice time, it never left our blue line. And on the power play, just giving it away like something to do. Johnny T, awful! Everyone sit here, I said it to y'all. Oh, he signed for a cheaper deal, $4.5 million. The problem, though, is we signed Johnny T. He sucks. He got dominated. Now, Nylander was on the second line, and the second line could never get it out of our blue line. But wasn't that amazing? When Nylander went to the fourth line, he gets an assist. Ooh, I can't piece it together, Einstein. You piece it together for me. And then I don't know what happened in the second period. What was the time with the first goal that Detroit scored? Second period started at okay. 8:56. From the 8:56 point where Marco Kasper scored on a goal where I'd love to know where Nick Wall was on that one. As a centerman, maybe take the centerman from the other team, or so you giveth and then you taketh away. The Leafs might have played the worst 10 minutes of ice. They couldn't get out of their zone. Their average ice time for the defenseman was about 2.5 minutes because they couldn't get out of their damn zone. And this is where I'm going to bring up. Now, here's the thing. When you have Johnny T on the ice, please don't have the two worst defensemen on the Leafs, Haley and colonoscopy Carlo, on the ice. Brandon Carlo is so pathetic. It's really bad. He cost a penalty. What was his line tonight? Where's your Brandon Carlo report? Well, he didn't take a puck in the ass tonight, so that's a plus. Carlo, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Did he hit someone? No, 0. He played 20 minutes and 35 seconds and didn't touch a person on the ice other than to take a penalty. And what was the penalty? I think it was tripping. Pretty sure it was tripping. And yeah, it was tripping. So he tripped the guy. At one point, his stick made contact with another person. Otherwise, he didn't take anybody. Not a soul. Didn't even breathe on a guy tonight. He's 6 foot something, and he's the biggest. We traded a first-round pick and Fraser Minten for a piece of fluff. He's tall. Goddamn guy's tall. He's very tall. He's taller than me. Very tall. But he plays the game very small. I like a rhyme. I'm a poet and I don't know it. Give me Andrew Dice Clay. I'm going to go out and do some nursery rhymes. Brandon Carlo and Morgan Haley cannot play defense. In the first period, it was pinch here, pinch there, 2-on-1s. By the way, this game could have been worse than 6-3. Stolar stood on his head, by the way. Anybody watching? Stolar stood on his head. It's that bad. But for that last 12 minutes of that second period, the puck couldn't even get out of the zone. I'd love to know what the ice time, like Buddy doing the Zamboni didn't have to flood the other. Well, he had to flood it after the third period because the third period then they kept going this way. So now we're down 3-2. Oh, by the way, I love the Patrick Kane one. That was good. What you want to do is just leave the guy in front of them. You can just, DeBrincat, just pass it right across our crease. Not a defenseman. Oh, that was Ray Haley. Not even around him. Just shoot it in the net, Kane. Free up and shot. Just sit there right beside the net, wide by yourself. That's great defensive hockey. Way to go, Chief. Chief Craig Strongbow. Real well. That this team is just battling. They're hard. Hey, trebling, ding, 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 ding. I thought this team was supposed to be rough. The only thing rough is trying to watch this game. You go into the third period. You're getting dominated again. And all of a sudden, Domi gets a breakaway. And he scores. Domi scores. It took him 20 games to score last year. He scores. It's 3-3. You're back in this game. And penalty. The first penalty on Larson was a penalty. I hate to break it to... Oh, sorry. No, there was the high stick first, right? The Axel Sandin Palika, whatever the hell that name is. Does that guy sing for Guns N' Roses? Axel Sandine Palika? Maybe he can be the backup singer for AC/DC when Brian Johnson goes off. I don't know. He got 2 minutes for interference. It was kind of a, I don't know, whatever call. Matthews tapped the it was Sherrod. Man, boy, he went down like his eye came out of his head. Matthews, it was a high stick, hit him in the head. Okay, what are you gonna do? And then Larson says that's a trip. That's a stupid penalty. That's a trip. I'm going to give some advice to everybody here. It's been 164 games of watching this. Austin Matthews can't kill penalties. He can't. So why let him kill penalties? He can't kill penalties. He's terrible at it. He's disgusting at it. And you let him kill penalties. So the next thing you know, it's 4-3. Because he can't pick off a pass. He doesn't. Why do you have Austin Matthews killing penalties? Well, it's because you got no one on your team. But, well, Lorentz went out. But even when Lorentz was in the lineup, they would still. Matthews should not be killing penalties ever. Stop this nonsense. I don't know why you get him to kill penalties, because he can't. And it's 4-3. And then Mini Domi. Here's tip 2. 164 games. Watched it. The man can't play center. He is not a centerman. On the first goal that they scored, that was Domi. He didn't take his guy back. He's trailing the play all the time. He's not a centerman. He's a winger. 164 games later, I'm telling you, if you haven't seen it now, I'm telling you, he cannot play center. Put him on the wing, put him on the first line with Matthews, and call it a day. Making him a third-line center is going to make your day horrible. And let me give you Domi's line. He scored a goal, right? He's still -1. So he was on for 2 of their goals. See how that works? He takes a stupid penalty. And then, Morgan Ray. Craig Simpson said this was a bright play. It was probably the dumbest play I've seen in a long time. When you're 2 minutes, you're going to go 6-on-5. Why would you shoot it at the goalie when none of your players are going into that zone? Well, Talbot drops it down, gives it to Simon Edvinsson, and he fires it in the net. Game's over. And Craig Simpson said that was a smart play. Like, Roger Sportsnet, you just, like, morons? Is there like an IQ test where you must be not know anything about hockey before you get the job? Well, really, because I know Talbot got the assist. I think they should have given Talbot an assist for that one. I'm pretty sure they did. Edvinsson from Talbot. Oh, Cameron Talbot. I thought it was just Cam Talbot. Ooh, we're getting really Cameron. They're missing an assist to Morgan Riley. He should have 3 assists. See, he played all right in the first game with 2 assists. He played or 2 points. He played horrible today and still got 2 points. I don't care how many points the guy gets. If he sucks, he sucks. So again, he was on. He had some points tonight. And what did really fall in? Oh, he's still -1. With all those points, he's -1. Well, that was a stupid play. And who cares? Andrew Kopp scored to make it 6-0. Here's the one thing that I'm just going to bitch about a little bit. The Edvinsson McMahon, when McMahon got his ass handed to him, and Edvinsson got a penalty 2 minutes for roughing. And what did Bobby McMahon get 2 minutes for roughing? For looking so good? Hey, Bobby, 2 minutes for looking so good. You got to be old to know what that means. Brute something, 30, or was it Brute 35 or something? Maurice Richard, 2 minutes for looking so good. McMahon just got his ass handed to him. And for the pleasure of getting his ass handed to him, he got 2 minutes. I didn't understand that. Although it would be nice if McMahon would have fought back. That would have been. But you got to be a tough team to do that. When Edvinsson dummied up Nyes, it looked like Nyes wanted to go destroy him. McMahon just sat on the ice and said, "I'll take some massa." He got 2 minutes for. I'd have no idea what he got 2 minutes for. Anyways, I'm going to give you a couple more lessons. Really big lesson. When you put Johnny Tay on the ice, please, for the love of everything that is holy in this world, do not put the defensive pair of Brandon Carlo and Morgan Riley with him. Please. This is lessons learned. Now, I don't know if I got 164 games on that one. I probably got 82 plus maybe 20. I got over 100 games on this one. Brent, you cannot. Johnny T is terrible. And he's really bad in the defensive zone because he can't skate. Lesson 4. I don't know. What lesson am I on? Who gives a shit what lesson I'm on? Dakota Joshua sucks. Can't skate. Mateus Michelli, not a first-line player. I don't know if he's a third-line player. I don't know if he's a fifth-line player. Pretty sure he ain't a seventh. But he ain't a first-liner. So can we stop that nonsense? Can we put Domi up with that line? And I don't know what you got to do with Michelli. Find some spot. Bring David Kampf back up. Get a real centerman. I'm sorry. Mini Domi can't play center. He's an NHLer, though. Mini Domi's an NHLer. Put him on the wing. Nicholas Robertson is an AHL player. He was all like, I don't know how Craig Berube didn't stop punt. The minute Nick Robertson should have come back for the bench when he gave it away 3 times in that second period, he probably should have got punched in the face. When did the one guy get? Some guy got kicked in there. They were going to kick the coach out of the league because he kicked a guy. No, Nick Robertson needed a full WWF right face to the glass. The guy can't play hockey. He's an AHL player. Treat him accordingly. Waive him, let him go somewhere else, and I'm sure he'll go score 40 goals. But he cannot play. He's whatever system you're playing, Chiefy, he can't play it. What else can I say? Stars played good. But I just wasted another... After a great day of... I had someone call me Dave Barr today. This is a great day. And it ends like this. With a flag football. They said the Leafs had, at least this game was a little bit more, 37 hits. Who threw a hit for the, they're saying maybe Ekman Larson. Ekman Larson had 5 hits. They say Bobby Mann had 5 hits. I counter 1 for sure. There's a lot of zeros in the hits here. They say Tanev threw 0 hits. Nick Waugh, 0 hits. John Tavares, 0 hits. William Nylander, 0 hits. Oh, that's shocking. Oh, we'll stop the press on that. Austin Matthews, 0 hits. There's another shocker. That must have hit you hard. Steve Leroy, he didn't even play. Lawrence. Kelly Yankak, 0 hits. And Mindy Domi, 0 hits. They say Dakota Joshua had a hit. I didn't see it. Whew. This year that I thought I was going to enjoy the hockey. I don't think I am. It's too early, Bill. Don't panic. I'm not going to panic. Because eventually you can't keep playing Mateus Michelli. You can't keep playing Nicholas Robertson. You just can't. Put Cowan in the lineup. Let's see what happens. Hopefully the Rents is fine too. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Dave Barr, buddy.